Bueno, hijos, hijas, vamos a continuar con los Team Random. A ver si no me aventaron muy para atrás. Porque acuérdense que se jodió este pedo. Estábamos en un como sueño. Estaba medio raro. ¡Qué linda! Ay, güey. Bueno, vamos a darle. Let's go. Oh, para eso son las chinchetas doradas. Cállate, Mayaya, cállate. Ay, qué sacrificado.
Home, I guess.
Don't touch that!
You mustn't ever touch that odd. Ever. Never touch it again. I have it because I desire it, Odd. You're 12. There are things you don't understand yet. Anyway, forget it. Because I have something for you, Odd. Something special. That rudeness. That's your Wonder Origins showing. Don't worry. We'll break you of that yet. And it's not a gift. It's something to be earned. But for now, go on, try it. I had it made just for you.
Iván Álvarez, ¿de qué se trata este juego? Tengo que ir a salvar a mi hermana. Dejémoslo así. Porque ya vamos avanzados. Vamos como a la mitad. Y han pasado muchas cosas.
Above even was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away!
Y esa que acaba de salir, de hecho, era mi hermana. Ya la vistieron y la están adoctrinando. Okay.
sights. Not today, spider monster. You! Oh, wait, wait! Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
No, pues está cabrón.
I always knew I was a sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A six-hour child is missing! I repeat.
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
Ok. No me digas que me voy a agarrar con esas tres madresotas porque me va a dar algo.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, three siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you three good reasons to buy some cars, eh? I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Ok, nuevo mapa. La puta madre.
What was I talking about?
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, this bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this? Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all.
Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Find them. Let none who attack the king, let none of them, well, the attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Woo, woo, woo.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
Coño.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Oh no, el coco.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should. You shouldn't be afraid, child.
Quítate, cabrón.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Dicey, over here!
Ah, cabrón, desapareció el güey este que traía la...
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is a greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that.
Verga, güey. Quiere que termine la guerra.
I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Freedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Who dares attack the king? My blade thirsts for traitors! Attackers! Devil!
That poor woman. Completely mad.
You'll never take me alive, you...
If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her. That's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life.
The king! We... Two! Who goes there? You! I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't. I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. They... Well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry. It was such a shame, such a... I'm sorry. I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then... poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person, or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Ok, a ver.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice. But hi there, I'm Tea-Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. The Nanny Fortuna, of course. When you're this good, it'd be a crime not to share your skills with the world. Literally. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice, but everything else I know. Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No. Only I see it. By the order of Nene Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them. Although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
Ay, güey.
Someone has entered your ruin castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
Oh no, el conde está loco.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
The Count? I love that guy. Finally! Someone speaking sense around here. There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. It's super normal to go even crazier because your imaginary friend Shmoo is missing. It's the Count's friend that has recently gone missing, but any political leader would completely lose their mind about that. It's normal. He's normal. I'm normal. We're normal. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring against him, which again, it's great. Can't wait until the Queen rolls her dice and it's our time to fight and maybe die for him again. It's so great and normal.
Están de la verga aquí, güey. Están bien, pero bien jodidos. Puta madre, güey. Pinche pájaro de mierda. Es que no sé si van a dejar de salir, cabrón. Creo que lo que tengo que hacer es avanzar. Creo que tengo que dejar al pinche dado. Carajo. Luz Castillo, saludos. No sé qué es lo que tengo que hacer, güey, la neta. qué bien chinga ese hijo de su puta madre. Tiene un alcance increíble, güey. Era una arena. Puta madre, güey.
Aha! You're here to kill me, aren't you? Help me to die? Bah! War! Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl?
No me acabas de ver, perro.
I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle. Every day. In my mind. You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What's wrong? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meaniest sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Well, good. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
The Count was an odd duck. And a paranoid
Un
duck,
dedo.
too, come to think of it. But Even was now one step closer to triggering Mishka's memories. And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in freedom.
Bold of you to be just running around here.
Hana Gnarf Og Takapoin. Dagimnat Dag Kano Go Gorgash Das Knenast Nanga Dog Orga Malmni Narmni Nosnik Gnema Da Agist Horgo Gsnehena Zachmanenga No Okergo Malaha Gimeneha Zakmel Gokremes Gamane Quaksne Osker Garno Orkatskala Ho Dokamara Hena Kena.
Compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Todos están bien pinches locos en este juego. Aparte de que están bien pinches feos, están bien mal de la cabeza.
Looking to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I've got cards, though.
Armas nuevas. El espíritu de la devastada Villa Cuarto en forma de lanza. Pulsa X para dar una estocada. Mantén para un ataque perforante. Ah, ya no me alcanza. Vete a la verga. Chingada madre, pues tenía 750, ¿cómo? Ya tenía 200 y cacho y me bajó a 160. ¿Qué chingados?
Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want. Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you, I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, Even.
Pinches morras enfermas. Esperen, mijos, me están hablando. Ok, continuamos.
As the boy.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your
Ah, ese güey sí
mid-afternoon
está
cake
feo.
was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe. Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burned to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have Chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
Verga, güey.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show, and the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
I'm having a ball. Simply a great time.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Yes, I expect you are. We don't get many visitors here. Those that come tend to be unable to leave until the party ends. Which, of course, it never does. Have you tried the cake?
Hey there, boy by there, boy I there, mais so banke, it's a the ball.
Oine, zakap karbno, go kitskap go keneha. Og skal mhane. Og jeg skillene. Dommer laga nesten skal man handla. Tukumona, tukumhana ha. Oma, skene halla. Kushkumun hainga sneng. Take mole mate kana. Dofako, mene kallen. Oska, oska moama.
Para eso estoy aquí, señora.
Toka dahnene. Akete mormanana. Tokinema lornekana. Tuikadneihna ho. Orke monahana. Ota snenalmin. Saake nonne. Iku remenina noi. Saake munne heire ho. Oketo men heile. Onone. Tole. Ratskalaine.
Recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.
You What? You make a demand before a proper introduction? No, no, no! I shall not speak to such impertinence! Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by saying, "Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam." I should hope so.
Neta, güey, me van a hacer hablar con 20,000 cabrones nada más para que me enseñen a saludar.
Well, I never. Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep? Child, no. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is your Imperial Majesty, rightful Lord of Freedom. Without the right titles, none of us can possibly be expected to respond to you. It's a simple matter of respect. You're very welcome, little lady.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you? And what brings you here?
You're dressed in rags. Vengo en harapos, güey, según la señora.
Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here, like this. I'm afraid I wouldn't know about that. Pity. Well, good luck.
No mames, yo decía que el otro estaba más largo, cabrón. A la madre. Está muy grande este mapa, cabrón. Cada vez están más grandes, no mames.
You may approach. Yes. So. Oh. Well, well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Ism. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Freedom today?
our old bodyguard. Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose.
Ese tipo de gordasasazos, güey, me dan miedo. Así como. Es como pinche terror medio raro, güey. Como Little Nightmares, güey. Los pinches gordos de Little Nightmares me dan cosa.
Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare, you understand. But no, I couldn't possibly leave the castle. The horrors of war wait outside, child, and I can't have my people remembering them. No, no, out of the question. I have only your word that she's even alive, and we've just become acquainted. Then again... All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a favor. I will give you something of extreme value if you will in turn do me a favor first. There is a portrait of me here. Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. I am there with my father, his favored child. However, part of the painting is missing. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgia. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded.
Recordatorium. Carruaje arácnido. Nostalgium.
Now there's the face of a
Deals
girl
here.
who wants to
Get
trade
your deals
cards. I've got good news for you.
Deals here. Get your deals here. War's good for business. Everybody needs something in a war. That means you can jack up your prices like crazy. So why up the deals on your prices like crazy? Everything must go, kid. Oh, sure you do. And if you don't, you will eventually. Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty of war, kid. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. You're darned right I am.
Life never goes the way you expect. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier a kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought, right after the king died. It was savage. The triplets, oh, they didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
You have? Describe him to me. That's just logical of him. Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior. You have? Describe him to me. That's our Duke. Thanks. All this information helps my strategies become even more unstoppable. Terrific.
No mames, me faltan un chingo de secundarias, güey. Y hay una y hay otra. Ah, carajo, a ver. Ese es Pucci. Carajo, güey. Ya están poniendo bien rabiosos. ¿Qué carajos es eso, güey? Es un jefe, no mames. Ah, qué cabrón. Ya me bajaron la mitad de la vida, güey. Pero en putiza, güey. Oh, qué bueno que traía esa madre. A huevo, perros. Mames, qué pedo con esa chingadera. Perdón, chamacos, déjenme compartir el pinche stream, se me olvidó. Que este juego está muy bueno, aunque no les guste, cabrones. Y vamos con la baronesa, ¿no? Ahorita regreso con el conde. Ya que estamos por acá, güey, pues no vamos a dar toda la pinche vuelta y me da hueva. Vamos a chupar.
I'm fine. I'm gonna die in battle soon, and I did feel bad about it. But now I feel fine about it. Nah, kid, I'm feeling no pain these days. You need to stop bothering strangers, kid. Now, shoo! Shoo!
Ay, pues come caca. Ultimadamente, borracho de mierda.
Now there's the face of a girl who wants to train God.
Vórtice dimensional. Convoca a una misteriosa criatura dimensional que atrae hacia su vórtice a los rivales que están a su alcance. Dura 5 segundos. Guardia baja. Este maleficio debilita a los rivales que estén a su alcance. Desaparece pasados 20 segundos. Eso está chido, ¿eh? Guardia baja, güey. A ver. Blob sónico. Aparece un blob que emite un alarido si se dispara contra él o recibe un golpe. El alarido rompe todos los cristales cercanos. ¡Ay, güey! Está muy vergas. Desaparece pasados 30 segundos. Este está vergas, para control de masas y subir rápido rango, güey. Bueno, no rango, gemas para atacar y defender. Oh, este está vergas. Ah, no mames, me quedé Un chorrito de poder comprar más cartas. Bueno, de que salgan cartas nuevas. No sabía que tenía esta de elixir, güey. Bueno, de super elixir. Esti verga. Ah, mira nomás, güey. Aquí está esta mamada. Oh shit, a ver.
Over there!
Logro desbloqueado.
Welcome to Warriors Training! Way better than that calm breathing, fella! Let's begin by chugging a pint of Zupa juice! That's what I like to hear! Now that our thirst has been sated, let's carefully stretch things out! Warriors protect their joints! Now for axe training! Swing wide. Imagine you're chopping down a tree. Imagine you're chopping down an enemy! Imagine you're chopping down a friend! You just murdered your friend with an axe! You're a warrior!
¿Qué pedo con este pendejo, güey?
Warriors don't think, they war! That's why it's called Warrior! Now we're working on our battle cries! We need to scream so that our enemies know that we're here! So they can be afraid and they die of fear! Can you scream hard enough to make strangers die? Yes! Finally, let's focus on our motivation! Do warriors need motivation? No! Motivation is for actors! But they do need battle zone inspirations! So think of who you're fighting for. Is it glory? No! Is it one of the triplets? No! You're fighting for war! Because war needs warriors! And warriors need war! So every war you war yourself into is a new war for warriors! Have I said war enough that the word war no longer has any war meaning?
Even wondered what she'd been caught up in. Oh, but at least she felt motivated.
That concludes Warriors Workout!
The Baroness lived atop Wild Card Hill, training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, thought even, what part of freedom was?
Odio esas mamadas, güey. Come espada envenenada, hijo de tu pinche madre. ¡Ya! Ay, desgraciado, güey. Ándale, puerca. Mira nomás lo que te vas a tragar, hijo de la chingada. Vaca, vaca, vaca. Ah, sí me pegó, güey. Pinche cabrón. Fuck, ¿todavía hay más? La puta madre, güey. Ay, cabrón, a ver. Alabarda cuádruple. Ah, cabrón. Supongo, güey, que puedo cambiar la espada por la alabarda. Digo, debe ser lo más obvio del mundo lo que acabo de decir, pero la espada me acomoda chingón. Pero la alabarda debe de hacer mucho más daño, ¿no? Porque tiene daño perforante, güey. Ya yo, según yo, jugando Dark Souls, güey, con la Loli. No mames. Oye, ¿cuándo va a estar Noveta, hijos de su pinche madre? Pinche Mayaya, güey. Por ahí, andas tú por ahí, ¿verdad? Tú eres el que sabía de Noveta, perro. ¿Dónde está mi Noveta? Mi Dark Souls con Lolis. Que el pinche juego está bien fácil, la comparación, pero los jefes son unas perras, güey. Son unas malditas perras.
Well, well, color me impressed. Most interlopers find themselves dead long before this point. How did a child like you make it up here? A likely story. You must have just snuck past them. Blind chance. At ease, child. Well then, at ease even. Look at you. You're not even old enough to be a recruit. You're soft, aren't you? No, I suppose you're not. You're learning. But you are a long way from home. What can I do for you, even? Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed our father. I don't let that stand, soldier, so I fight. And when I win, they will pay for their transgressions. Not surprised. Nishka's damn tough. And if anyone could survive out there, it's her, no matter what the cost. She taught me how to win a fight, taught me how to never surrender, taught me the importance of duty. No, that would be a dereliction of duty. She wouldn't be happy to see me there, and neither would I. I respect us both too much for that. How is she, other than alive? Impossible! I am too busy waging and winning this war. A child coming here and asking for a gift? The sheer gall. But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even. I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Nishka. If you can take it, it's yours. If not, it ought to remind her of her failure to protect my father. This arm. It's only the most heavily guarded item in my entire freedom. I like your spunk, even, so let me warn you. You will fail. You may even die. So do the smart thing and go back to whatever teapot shack you came from. Suddenly, I think, I found him too late. The murder weapon was still there, but someone took it and stashed it inside the head of his own personal giant robot. The robot's long since destroyed now. The Queen of All Random had it dismantled after my father died. I think she feared the old man, and that his murder came as a dark blessing to her rule. Ah, but you didn't hear that from me.
Even knew what she needed to do to get something that would jog Nishka's memory. Win the most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom. She knew it would be hard, but she also knew that the chance of ending this war, if indeed she could end it, would be worth it.
I miss my darling wife so much. Oh, the most beautiful woman you can imagine, with a smile that melts my heart away every time I think of it. Of her. If I could just see her again, I'd tell her I love her. And that the second this war's over, I'm coming back to her. Nobody will ever separate us again. If only.
Colossuses moved once again, this time in favor of the Count.
Pues ya, hijos, aquí lo vamos a dejar por hoy. Llevan 2 horitas. Está muy interesante, pinche juego, está muy bueno. Carajo. Ok, hijos, ahorita regresamos. Quería hacer programa, pero la neta, no hay material. Con razón, tan rápido junté lo que necesitaba, pero mejor lo hacemos la siguiente semana. Ya para las recomendaciones de Animu y pues recomendarles las series que vi de la temporada pasada porque vi muy poquitas, güey. O sea, me puse a checar qué pedo y vi como 3. O sea, sí vi otras series, pero live action y otras madres. Entonces, pues no vale la pena. Ahorita regresamos con Final Fantasy VII Intergrade o Intermission o como se llame la mamada esa. Ahorita regresamos.